Is Janoris Jenkins really a good cornerback? I find that to be a very funny question. I was on YouTube today, and I was looking at some videos, and I came across these Cowboy fans. They had posted a video, and they were giving their input and stuff like that. And I go to look at Cowboy fan videos, I look at Redskin fan videos, I look at, just about everybody video, just to see everybody's input on the division and whatnot, if they biased or not. And I came across this interesting segment in their video, and basically it was a knock against Janoris Jenkins, which I found funny. And they were basically like, well, they've seen Janoris Jenkins get tore up before. He's not amazing, all this, all that. And they were going back to his Ram days where they was like, well, yeah, he got tore up by Dez Bryant. He got tore up by Dez Bryant then. And what was funny to me is, if you're going to say that a guy's not amazing off of what he's done in the past, then that's ridiculous. If you're gonna say he's not amazing, because what he did this year was amazing. He went against better receivers than Dez Bryant this year, and he held his own. He really did. He held his own. He did a lot better than most cornerbacks in the league, would do against the type of guys he had to go against this year. So, I'm watching, and they're saying all this different type of stuff, saying that, oh, well, could he lock Dez down? No. Do I think he could lock Dez down? No. And I think it's funny. Wow, how could you say something like that when he's done it twice? And this is not me bragging. This is just me bringing out the facts. He's done it twice, and he made it look easy. To be honest with you, he made it look easy. So for you to say somebody isn't as good as everybody else think they are, and all that type of stuff, when the man went out there and proved it and almost did it flawlessly, I don't understand, where you get your logic from. Now, if these, I'm not talking about all Cowboy fans, but if these specific Cowboy fans would have gotten him in free agency, and he would have put the clamps on Odell like he put the clamps on Dez, all of a sudden, he a top 3 cornerback. You know what I mean? He a top 3 cornerback. Like, he did his thing and all this and all this and that and the third, but because he did it to Dez, it don't count. Okay, so let's get into the numbers. He posts 4 interceptions, which is modest, but he's top 5 in the lowest completion rating to his side. Okay, that's pretty good, but one of the most underlooked things that he's done this year, and I don't think a lot of people even notice or realize, or probably don't even care because it didn't happen for they dudes. Aaron Rodgers threw 2 interceptions in Green Bay to the same dude, and that dude was Janoris Jenkins. He is the first and only cornerback to do that to Aaron Rodgers. The only cornerback in history. As long as Aaron Rodgers has been starting for the Green Bay Packers, no other cornerback has done that. He played Jordy better than anyone did all year. Anyone did all year. And what people don't understand is, when he did play for the Rams, like he said in the interview, it was after a game, and he was in his interview when they was asking him, like, why do they think he didn't get the recognition in St. Louis as he is in New York? Well, first of all, in New York, you're in the bigger media market, so you're going to get attention. That's just your thing. But also what he said that stood out was, when they were playing for the Rams had a pretty good defense, but they were always down by 14 points. The offense couldn't score. The offense was always turning the ball over. The offense couldn't get anything going. And no matter how good your defense is, it breaks at some point. So they were always behind. So what he said was, instead of playing to his comfortability, he was trying to jump to make plays. You know, he was trying to jump to make plays. He was trying to be the hero of the defense every game. Trying to be the hero of the defense. I mean, yeah, you have Aaron Donald and all that type of stuff, but I mean, you know, as far as secondary and getting turnovers. So when you're playing out of your comfort and you're playing to win so bad, or just to dig yourself out of a hole, you do things that's uncharacteristic. Whereas now he comes to a defense and he can play his position. And he can excel at his position. Now people say, well, he was surrounded by talent and all this rah-rah. The Giants defense as a whole was good. Yes, our defense as a whole was good. But then let's break that down. You get Landon Collins, who people after year one said he was a bust because we put him at free safety and we were dropping him back into coverage more than put him in the box. So, I mean, he turned around. He had a good year, but nobody even knew that was going to happen. I didn't even know that was going to happen. Who would know that he was going to have an Ed Reed type year? Nobody knew that. Okay, next, we got Eli Apple. He a rookie. He was up and down. He had some good moments. He had some bad moments. But once again, he was a rookie. You can't say nothing much about that. B.J. Goodson was a rookie. He didn't even really play much. The starting safety, Darian Thompson, he didn't play because he hurt his foot. He played 2 games. He hurt his foot. So an undrafted rookie named Andrew Adams, he came out and he played. And yes, Andrew Adams did ball, but he was an undrafted free agent. And nobody really expected him to do what he did. Our linebacking core is really bad. So the defense worked well because we worked as a unit. So if everybody's saying, oh, well, he only balled because he was on a good defense, if our defense was so great, we wouldn't have spent $200 million. It wouldn't have worked out that way. It really wouldn't have worked out that way. So do I think we overpaid for him? I do, and I'm not gonna lie. I do at first when I first heard it. I was like, that's a lot of money to spend on a cornerback. I mean, he decent. I was like, oh yeah, he decent. That's a lot of money, and I know the Giants were in panic mode. It was just a whole lot of stuff going on. But I was like, that's just a lot of money, and I didn't expect him to come in and do what he did. And it makes a world of a difference when you're able to play your position, how you're supposed to play your position, and everybody's working together. Because the first year you come and you're able to play your position, you're a Pro Bowler. You're a Pro Bowler. You know, so like I don't understand when people make statements that, oh, he wasn't that good, or he's average, or Dez. I saw Dez tear him up before. Okay, you saw what, 1 game of Dez tearing him up? What about these last 2? Oh, but they're gonna blame it on, well, Dak Prescott. You know, Dak Prescott, he's a rookie, so he wouldn't know. Dak Prescott has the highest percentage in play action pass. So if you really believe in your boy, like y'all say y'all do, and like, once again, I'm not talking to all Cowboy fans, I'm talking to the ones that won't give Janoris his credit. If I have a huge play action pass percentage, I'm gonna do the same thing I do to everybody else, to the Giants. I'm gonna play action, and I'm gonna make sure that Dez, my big playmaker, I'm gonna make sure Dez gets the ball. I'm gonna make sure Dez gets the ball, because the thing about it is, even when it comes down to if Josh Norman can shut down Odell Beckham, Eli makes sure Odell gets the ball. It don't matter if Eli believes that Norman can or can't. If Norman is lined up with Odell is going to get a chance to show that he can deal with Norman. But the one time he does catch the ball, he fumbles it. Like, and this is not a shot at Dez. This is really not a shot at Dez. I'm not taking a shot at him. I'm just using him as an example. But he has been clamping everybody. Like, he guarded Dez Bryant, Jordy Nelson, Antonio Brown, AJ Green, all these dudes, and only one touchdown to get scored on him. like what else do you want him to do? What else do you want him to do? I don't know how else somebody can prove that they're actually a good player and a quality player, you know, as far as what Janoris Jenkins did. I don't understand. I really don't understand. I think if you guys go watch my other videos, I'm not biased at all. I tell the truth. You know, I give my honest opinion. It is what it is. No use in faking it, but I'm gonna give props when it's due. And Janoris Jenkins did his thing. Do I think he's gonna lock Dez down like that for 2 games this year? No, I don't. I don't think that out of 4 games, Dez Bryant is gonna underperform 4 games in a row. I don't see it happening. Do I think he's gonna tear Janoris up? No, I don't. But we'll see. You know, we'll see. I mean, this unit is in its 2nd year, and you know they had time to mesh together, meld together, and get to know each other and grow together. So we'll see. But I just had a real problem with them saying, "Oh, well, he's not all that great. He's not all that good, and you know he can be beat." And then they even went on to say, Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. I've seen Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie get toe up and blah, 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 and all that type of stuff. And the funny thing to me is, if he's so bad, why is it that he hasn't given up a touchdown in 2 years? Nobody has scored a single touchdown on him in 2 years. I don't understand. Like it's like they make up stuff because they don't like what they see, which is fine, which is perfectly fine. But don't put it on the internet, YouTube, or whatever. When people are gonna watch what you do and what you say, and then you're gonna lose accreditation. Nobody's gonna care about what you're saying because you're not speaking because you care about football. You're not speaking because you know you're trying to give insight and info. You speaking because you spiteful and you hating, to be honest. But like I said, it kind of comes with the territory when you good like that. You know, it doesn't really matter. Like I said, Janoris Jenkins' best year was last year, and that's because he got to play. He got to play and be himself. He got to play to the extent that he can play to. He was free. He looked free. If you saw him play, he looked free. He was rolling. He was mirroring almost perfectly. That's his game. That's what he's good at. So the fact that people say, oh, he's not good or he's not all that, well, what's your standard of all that? You know, it was probably what? He was top 10 for sure. He made a case for top 5. He had like a 97.5, 97.6 rating in that Dallas game, and that was like top 3 in cornerback ratings for the year. Like I don't see how you get, you know, much better than that. You know, but you know, people are gonna talk, and you know, it's sad when people don't really give props when it's due because they just, you know, kind of don't want to. But it's all good. Like I said, like I just wanted to put that out there that he's a good cornerback. He's a good cornerback, and I think he's going to take this confidence into this year, and he's going to do a lot better. I think he's going to be a lot better. I think he has a better understanding of what he can do. I think he has a better understanding of how good of a player he can be when he's playing free. You know, when he's allowed to be himself, and he's not, you know, chasing people, you know, trying to make super duper big plays like all game because you're down by 21 points. And that's not to say that he can't play up to the pressure, because he can, and he's shown it this year. But it just makes you a better player when you can play being yourself. And that's what he did, and that's why he, you know, went to the Pro Bowl. And that's why he made it on the top 100 list this year, and he's never done it before, you know. So, you know, just stop the hating. If you don't like the guy, just say you don't like him. Or if you know what I'm saying, and it shouldn't be a reason why you don't, but if you don't, because you're a Dallas fan or a Redskins fan or a Philly fan, I'd rather you say that before you say, oh, he's just not all that great, or he's not all this, he's not all that, because this year he proved that he was all that great when he's able to be himself. So, I mean, I'll just leave it at that. But like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you agree with me, if you disagree with me, how good do you think he is? How bad do you think he is? Or if he's just average, you know, let me know.